Hey, what's up everyone? This is RST instructor Chris Tyler, and we are back with this week's tour analysis. We've got Jordan Spieth back in the winner's circle again, who just wanted to play off the John Deere, so congratulations to Jordan, who's in domination mode this season. Also, Rickie Fowler picked up a big win over at the Scottish Open, so we're going to be doing both players here at the same time this week. We're going to show you guys some of the goods and the bads of these particular moves, and also give you some related videos that are going to help you not only become really efficient with your golf swing, but really safe. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so those of you that are joining us on our YouTube channel, and before I get started with today's analysis on Jordan versus Rickie here, I'm going to go ahead and include a preview of a premium video that we have on our website called the Impact Alignments Face On. This is a great video that's going to teach you how to get into a really solid tour-looking impact position and ultimately be able to protect and preserve your body for the long haul here. And remember, if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button below. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post those up and I'll help you out as best I can. If you want to go ahead and skip to this video right now to see the entire impact alignments, go ahead and click the link in the description below. That'll go ahead and take you right on over to the website where you can sign up for a free membership, and you can see lots of, several hours of free instruction over there. All right, guys, now make it a great day and enjoy the analysis. All right, guys, so here we are with this week's tour analysis. We're going to be talking about a couple of face-on driver swings from both Jordan and Rickie. I know that Rickie's gone through a pretty good-sized swing change over the last couple seasons, and he's done a really good job with being able to protect his back. And that was one of the things that he was getting a little bit concerned about. Was how he didn't load into his right side properly, which allowed his spine to lean more towards the target at the top of the swing. You're going to see a much different look now from Rickie here. I'm going to get both players loaded up to the top so you can see that both players have been able to maintain axis tilt here really well at the top of the swing. And if you're unfamiliar with what axis tilt really is, we have got several videos on axis tilt on the website. It's very, very important. If you've noticed that your spine, the top of your golf swing, is leaning more towards the target, that can actually compress your lower vertebrae and can start to put a lot of tension down there. And that's not what we want to do. We want to be able to protect the body ultimately. So axis tilt is a big area of the golf swing that a lot of people try to overlook, and it starts right from a good setup position and then being able to rotate around your axis properly. And you need to also be able to make sure that you're shifting your weight into your trail side. Now, this is where the big difference in both of these golf swings kind of come in, and I actually tend to like Rickie's downward move here a little bit better than I do Jordan. Even though Jordan's, got the lowest scoring average on tour, he's, the #1 putter on the planet right now. I just like Rickie's impact position because he's a little bit more safe with his lead side here. I'm gonna go ahead and explain that to you. So, as we start to work in transition here, I'm gonna go ahead and draw some lines up from the center of the lead ankle here on both players. Okay. So this is where they're getting ready to start their downward move here. They're going to make a big shift into their lead side. Now if you watch Rickie here, okay, in his downward move, he makes a much bigger shift of his hips over to the lead side here. Okay, and he tends to stand a little bit bow-legged at the address position where his knees kind of flare out, and he stands with his feet kind of bowed outward as well. So from this appearance right here, it's going to maybe look like he's a little bit out past neutral here, but he's made a pretty good size shift into that lead side. You can actually see the weight starting to come off the right foot here. Now with Jordan, it's a much different move. So you're going to see him start to get unwinding over here. Okay, and you can see that his shift was much less than what Rickie's was, because you can see the center of his hip socket's quite a bit further back. All right, where their arms are in virtually the same position here. They're both almost parallel to the ground. You can actually back Jordan up just a fraction here. But what the big difference here is that aside from the weight shift over to the lead side, you can see that there's quite a bit more weight down here in Jordan's right foot that he can use to push up off of. And that's one of his signature style moves in his golf swing, is that he pushes really hard from his right leg. And you're going to see that pretty closely here through these next few frames, is that he's going to push really hard. Now watch his lead ankle as he's starting to drive. Okay, see how he's starting to roll to the outside part of that lead ankle? Now think about this. We're swinging the golf club, effectively, over 115 miles an hour. And that golf club becomes very heavy. So this can actually start to put a lot of stress on those outer portion, those ligaments out there on the outer portion of the ankle, and also can cause your spine to lean back away from the target even more. Through the hitting area, which in turn, would create a lot of secondary axis tilt. That can also start to compress the lower vertebrae. And this is more of what I would consider a dangerous impact position. even though he's a fantastic, his ball striking is coming around, he's a fantastic driver of the golf ball, hits a ton of fairways. You got to remember, tour players, 81% of tour players will sustain a golf-related injury that keeps them out of golf for 8 weeks or more throughout their career. So we want to be able to do our best to be able to protect and preserve the body. All right, so now here with Rickie, if you watch through these next couple frames, okay, you're going to see that his left leg moves to a pretty straight position here. Okay, you can see a much more stacked up lead side appearance here. This is where you can see this nice stable left foot. And this is a much better impact position for being able to protect the body. And ultimately, Rickie's, he hits it a little bit further than Jordan. He's got a little bit higher clubhead speed here. He's been able to use the kinematic sequence and also being able to protect his lead side now, which is going to be critical for him as he starts to move forward and play this game for several years to come. All right, guys, so if you've been struggling, if you noticed that you've been working to roll to the outside part of your lead foot too early in your golf swing, then chances are you're not getting enough weight over to the lead side early enough. So you need to work on your weight shift quite a bit. So that's a big thing for you guys all at home. If you've noticed yourself on camera either kind of hanging back in the hitting area or you're rolled to the outside part of that lead foot, then we need to work on getting more weight shift into your lead side much sooner. And we've got several videos on the website that are going to help you out with this stuff. And these videos, as I do every single week, they're going to be over in the recommended videos tab to the right-hand side of the video player here. Just hit that recommended tab, they'll all populate. So what we're going to be looking at first, we're going to be looking at impact alignments face on. That's a great video for you guys to get a good understanding what you're going to be trying to do in impact to make sure that you're looking for a good solid impact position that's going to be safe and efficient. You're also going to check out the straight left leg at impact video. You're also going to check out the perfecting lower body stability. All right, I'll put in a couple of axis tilt videos over here as well, just in case you guys are unclear as to what that means. Make sure you have axis tilt at your address position and make sure that you're rotating to the top of your swing properly so you're setting yourself up to work in transition properly. All right, guys, so that's our review this week. Again, congratulations to both players. Jordan is in domination mode. And Rickie, it's good to see him win over there. And I'm looking for an exciting British Open. I hope you guys are as well. Now let's make it a great day.
At the end of the day, the most important thing in golf is impact. Everything that we do, going back, doing drills in the backswing, getting the takeaway right, the grip right, the setup right, all of that has everything to do with just getting impact right. That's the whole point of everything that we do to get all these positions correct in the backswing and get all these repetitions in, is to make sure that when we strike this ball, everything's in perfect alignment. So this video is going to cover what that is in a face-on view. So we're going to talk about what we call the impact alignments, and we're talking about how the club and the shaft and the joints and everything align up to get into a perfect impact position so that we can get the ball starting out on line, that's a key, and get the ball struck solidly with a descending blow. So we're going to talk about that. So I'm going to grab a club here, and we're going to look at what those impact alignments from a face-on view would look like. So one of the key things from face-on is that we're trying to get many of the joints on our left side of our body in almost a straight line. When I say almost, there's a lot of reasons for that. But for many of you, it will feel like you're very much so stacked over this left side at impact compared to what you may be like, especially if you're a hip spinner. So I'm going to show you some things that most golfers do wrong, and then I'm going to show you the correct way to do them.